You're like, I watched Sausage Party when I was too young, and now I'm
Oh.
a 30-year-old.
Yeah, like, and that's all I have to say about my life. I snuck in the theaters to see Sausage Party. Back when
Very
there wasn't a
formative
signed CD.
What is this? 4?
Yeah, this is episode 4, believe it or not.
Nice.
In episode 2, I mentioned how I had wanted to play Until Dawn because it was free.
Yeah.
Well, I did.
Was it still free?
It was still free.
That would be so sad. Oh
I
my
did
gosh.
play it.
Yeah.
It's like an 8-hour campaign. It's not very long. But I
Really?
yeah. So let me set the scene for you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy to say this, but it's an 8-year-old game. 2015.
Really?
Was 8 years ago, almost. Coming up, this year it'll be 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And this game, it doesn't really feel dated. You play as 8 characters, teenagers, and it's so funny. And they all, so you start in a prologue, right? And you're all meeting up at this, 3 of the teenagers' parents are like really rich, and they own this like cabin up on this mountain, and of course, and they're having a party, and they play a prank on this one girl, one of the daughters, and she gets embarrassed and she just runs down to the forest. Well, her twin sister goes after her to find her. They both end up going missing, and everyone just goes home. Then it jumps ahead to a year later. Well, so I guess technically in the beginning of the game there's 10 people, because when it goes back a year later there's 8 people. And it's like Rami Malek's in the game.
What?
Yeah, he's one of the people you play as, and like he mocapped, and like they're using his appearance. it's just Rami Malek.
He would really fit into that group.
Oh, it's so, and he was like in his 30s and he's playing like a teenager.
Yeah.
So he actually plays the brother of the 2 sisters that died. And
they died.
They went missing.
They went missing.
Well, I mean, okay, you as the player know that they're dead.
Yeah. Obviously.
But yeah, they went missing.
Okay.
He invites everyone back to the cabin, just kind of you know what, let's all move on, just kind of celebrate our friend group.
Yeah.
And, you go through the game kind of just playing as these 8 teenagers or late teens. It's never said what age they are, but, whatever. You're at this cabin alone, and they just, there's like love triangles, and it's so funny. The game is separated into chapters. There's 10 chapters. And I got to like chapter 3, and I was like, this game is doing so good at like making fun of like teen horror movies.
Oh, okay.
It's doing a really good job of that. It's
Yeah.
like satire. It's not. The writing just sucks.
So it's just
It's trying to be
okay.
good from what I read later, but that's the vibe of the game. Just cringy dialogue,
Wow.
just stereotypical characters. You've got the sporty guy and
Yeah.
the funny guy, and the like token person of color and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And well, people think that they're being watched on the mountain, and there's some serial killer loose because things start going freaky. Well, Rami Malek gets kidnapped with this other girl, and the funny guy, he finds them in a cabin, and it's like Saw. He's given the choice to who's going to die. Well, it's like this girl that he's in love with, or like his best friend, Rami Malek. And either way, spoilers, either way, Rami Malek dies. No matter which way you choose, it's rigged.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, because I played the game, then I went back and like played different ways.
Yeah.
So I know what happens.
How many times did you play it?
I don't know. But so he's dead, and everyone's flipping out, and they're like, okay, this serial killer's not something to joke around about because Rami Malek's dead. He's got sawed in half.
Oh my god.
from there, this couple wanders off, and then they're about to like get it on in a separate cabin.
How many cabins are there?
Well, there's two.
Oh, okay.
There's the big cabin, and then
Yeah.
there's like a tiny guest cabin.
Okay.
And they're about to get it on.
Yeah.
And then there's actually like a famous like Markiplier clip of this scene, but she gets pulled through a window.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking
I
about?
know
That's
that scene.
so funny. And so she's gone, and depending on if you chased after her quick enough is if she's alive or dead.
Oh.
So like this game is all like people can die really quickly. And so that's what happens, and then from there it's just like a lot of filler. The game is a lot of filler. But basically, it was all a prank. Rami Malek wanted to get back at everyone for pranking his sister. She ended up dying, and then also her twin ended up dying, right? So he had like he bought, he's rich, so he bought like a fake body to get sawed in half. And then he's been masquerading as the serial killer chasing everybody.
Yeah.
And people have died potentially on how the player plays. People have died because of this prank. Well, by pure coincidence, also on this mountain, there's a curse. There was in the 50s. And let me know if you need me to backtrack at all, because this story is crazy. In the 50s, there were these miners that got trapped in this cave, and they had to eat each other to survive. Well, this aura or this curse of the mountain turned them into Wendigos.
Wendigo?
It's a popular like typically like Native American like mythical creature.
Oh, okay.
In this version of a Wendigo, they're just like these pale people that crawl around and feast. Well, if the rule of this game is if you eat someone on this mountain, if you commit cannibalism, you will turn into a Wendigo. So, some people in the game are just going to die because they make stupid choices because they think there's a serial killer after them.
Yeah.
Well, that scene where the girl gets pulled from the cabin window, that wasn't Rami Malek. That was a Wendigo.
Oh, okay.
And so then in the latter half of the game, because it's revealed like in the middle, late chapter that Rami Malek just made everything up.
Yeah.
Well, then you got to fight Wendigos. And then it's just from there, like, if you're not careful, you'll start losing characters quickly because these Wendigos don't mess around.
Wow.
They will kill you.
I thought there was some supernatural element to it, but
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay. Bigger mystery unlocked.
Yeah.
You find out that the two twins that go missing and they fall off a cliff and you think they die.
Yeah.
Well, one of them did. And the other one was just trapped in like this mine. She couldn't get out. Well, she's starving. So she eats the body of her sister. She's a Wendigo.
Oh.
She's one of them, at least. And
wow. Is she one of the ones terrorizing everybody?
one of them, yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of them are unidentified, but
Yeah.
she's one of them. She's the one that's in the last part of the game. You go into like a part of the mine, and she's the one terrorizing you there. And she can actually, if you miss something, she'll kill Rami Malek. But and then eventually, how the game ends is you get everyone back in the cabin, and then you draw a lot of Wendigos there, and then you set the cabin on fire and blow it up, and everyone gets out alive.
Yeah.
And then a bunch of Wendigos are dead, and then a rescue helicopter comes in and saves everybody. That's the good ending.
Yeah, the best ending.
The best ending is everyone's alive. Two people escape a mine, and they are able to go down the mountain to a rescue.
Okay.
And then everyone else is at the cabin when it explodes, and then a helicopter comes to save them. Rami Malek never gets a good ending, though. Either
Oh.
he gets his head crushed in by his Wendigo sister,
Uh-huh.
or he gets like trapped in that area, and he eats a body and becomes a Wendigo himself. Yeah. Yeah. Rami Malek gets no good endings in that one.
Wow.
So just a crazy story. My first playthrough, I was gonna try and keep everyone alive, but I made a stupid mistake, and I failed a quick time event
Uh-huh.
in a Wendigo fight,
Uh-huh.
like chapter 8. So I made
Yeah.
it really far in the game without losing anybody, and I lost a character, and I was like, well, I'm not gonna get a perfect ending now.
So similar to when you're talking about vampire.
No, it was the vampire experience.
Oh my god.
That's what we'll call it. During a choice-based game, if you mess up once, just kill everybody. It's the vampire
Just
experience
commit.
for me.
Yeah.
So I ended up killing everybody
Oh my. Intentionally.
intentionally. I was failing quick time events
Uh-huh.
and making just bad choices. Like, for instance, just like the best possible way I got it. Like, there's some people I had to be a little more precise about it. Like, okay, I know I'm gonna have to go down this way
Mm-hmm.
because obviously the game, like, some of the choices are obvious. Like, don't do that. So like, I know I'm gonna go down there because I'm gonna die. But just like the perfect thing was when everyone got in the house at the end of the game to blow it up. I just didn't let anyone leave and just blew the house up. And so, like, the remaining characters and all the Wendigos died.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, you can, like, blow it up too early.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I did.
To get everyone who was left.
Yep.
Oh my god.
And then I went back and I got the good ending, and then I got a couple other, like, trophy-based stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So everybody kind of has like multiple ways they can die, or at different times.
Most people
Okay.
have multiple ways they can die. There's,
Well, obviously because you blew them up, but you also killed a bunch before. But yeah.
there's one character, he can only die. Well, okay. Rami Malek can either become a Wendigo if you have a good ending, or you can kill him. But aside from all the people you can save,
Yeah.
one of them can only die one time, and that's in the cabin explosion.
Oh.
Everyone else, there's one girl, her name's Sam.
Uh huh.
She can die slightly before the cabin explodes
Uh huh.
in a Wendigo fight. Everyone else you can kill in earlier chapters besides the finale.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
the girl that gets pulled from the cabin, she can die right there. Because she gets
Yeah.
she gets pulled from the cabin,
Uh-huh.
and then you have to chase after who you think it's a serial killer at the time. It's
Yeah.
actually when you have to chase after them, and if you fail those quick time events and you don't get to her soon enough, then she's already dead. So she can die like really early, and then
Uh-huh.
there's another guy, Matt is his name. He has like the most deaths that you can find. He can die almost any time you play as him. He has a chance to die.
That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Is he the funny guy?
No, that's the token person of color.
Oh, gotcha.
He has no
Double
person.
roll.
Yeah. He has like no personality.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's awful. The funny guy, he can die a couple times.
Uh huh.
No, okay, the worst thing, and this is like a part of the prank, is you put the funny guy like with his crush,
Uh-huh.
the girl he's in love with, and Rami Malek has like there's a gun on the table, and he has to decide, the funny guy, he has to decide if he shoots the girl he's in love with or shoots himself. But the gun has a blank in it.
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't know that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you have to make a choice. And by that point in the game, I was pretty sure Rami Malek was the serial killer.
Uh-huh.
Just because I don't remember why. I just was pretty sure it's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
So I went with, but I was like, okay, if I shoot her, she's gonna hate me. Because I didn't think it was real. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
okay,
yeah.
she's gonna hate me, so I'm gonna shoot myself. And sure enough, yeah, it's a blank, and then she ends up like loving you even more. Which if you go back and if you choose to shoot her,
Yeah.
she does hate you.
Yeah.
And later in the game, she's responsible for saving you from a Wendigo.
Uh-huh.
But if you chose to shoot her, she won't save you, and you'll end up dying.
And oh my gosh, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Nope.
Oh my.
Because she's still mad at you for shooting her.
Yeah.
Even though it was a blank.
Wow.
No, the game is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so stupid.
Oh my goodness.
I like hated it, but I loved it.
Yeah.
I played like 2 hours of it in one sitting, and then I played it for like 6 hours the next day.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I have fully explored Until Dawn.
Uh-huh.
A good friend of mine, up in CO, Colorado, sent me its spiritual successor.
Uh-huh.
So it's not like a direct sequel, but it like takes place in the same universe. It's called The Quarry.
Uh-huh.
Came out in 2022. I haven't got to crack that open yet, but
Yeah.
it's supposed to be the same thing.
Okay. Wow. It hopefully has improved a lot in the like over the years.
From what I've
7
read,
years.
the like graphics are really good.
Uh-huh.
I've read this story is not as good, which surprises me.
Dang.
Now, my friend,
Yeah.
who is a somewhat reliable source,
Yeah.
says he prefers The Quarry over Until Dawn.
Hmm.
So, I'll have to see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Wow.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Before we move on from that,
Yeah.
there's one element of Until Dawn that I thought was really cool that you don't see too much in games.
Uh-huh.
In the beginning of the game, in between each chapter, you have a session with a therapist or a psychiatrist, and it's all about like fear, like what are you afraid of, and based on like your choices and stuff, on like what you're afraid of, what they're giving you, those things can come up in the game, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like there's one point where it's like,
experience. Oh my god.
yeah, but it's like set up as like a psychiatric appointment.
Yeah.
And like there's one thing where it's like, are you afraid of needles? Well, if you're afraid of needles in the game, there's at one point where Rami Malek knocks people out with like sleeping gas.
Uh-huh.
But if you're afraid of needles, he'll like inject them with like
Oh,
a drug.
goodness.
Or like if you say you're afraid of clowns, well then there's like one point there's like a clown mask that's on a dummy that's meant to scare you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Also, that reminded me. It's so annoying because, like, when I think of like a horror game, I think of like some really scary stuff going on,
Yeah.
like creepy visuals or like little things that scare you.
Yeah.
You know,
I thought
like
you meant little things running around, but
like a little bug
Yeah.
going on the floor.
uh-huh.
Or more like psychological thrillers because
Yeah.
like you're playing as people, so like it's really immersive, is what we talked about, in episode 2.
Yeah.
But this game is just all jump scares.
Oh.
That really pissed me off
Yeah.
because it was working.
It was working?
I was getting
That's not what I thought you were gonna say. That's funny.
no, like they work, like, but like they're cheap.
Yeah.
There's only like a couple things where like something legitimately terrifying is happening on screen. That's not a jump scare.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
So I don't know. That made me mad.
Yeah.
It's like the last chapter, Rami Malek has like this super like trippy mental breakdown where he's like hallucinating.
Uh-huh.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
There's some creepy visuals there. But like, no, the whole game's just jump scares. Like anything. Like you'll be in the woods and then like a buck will like jump out of the trees and it's like, oh, because like, and then like the noise and
Yeah.
everything. And I'm playing with with headphones in, right? And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
just no. When I was going back and I was replaying stuff,
Uh-huh.
and I was playing with just like the TV audio.
Yeah.
The jump scares weren't getting me.
Oh, okay.
Since I had like the headset on,
Hmm.
and you're gonna say, well, maybe it's because, well, Nathan, did you think that maybe it's like your initial playthrough that maybe that's why you were getting the jump scares when you're going back and replaying things you weren't getting scared?
Yeah.
No, because sometimes they did get me with the TV audio, but most of the time, no.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, it's so stupid.
Yeah. So headphones recommended.
Headphones recommended if you
Yeah.
play Until Dawn. But yeah, that's
Wow.
my video game of the week.
I do not have a video game of the week, but that was sick. I like that idea. Video game of the week. It's pretty cool.
We're now off camera. We started Detroit,
Yes.
which over the next several months, I'm sure we'll complete at some point.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
What did like just like quickly? What did you think of the first mission in Detroit
So
as Connor
I
in the
loved
in the
it.
hostage situation?
It was I loved it. It was a really funny and stressful and different experience than I was expecting, because I was playing it, um, and I was kind of just ready to make decisions. I was really excited to do that and see what happened.
Yeah.
But the really funny aspect of it is that, like, I have been primarily playing Switch for like months or like a year. So holding like that big PlayStation controller and the buttons are like in different positions.
Yeah.
I kept choosing the wrong things. So I was
So
constantly
funny.
playing catch up. Like, I would be like, "Oh, I want to choose that." I press the wrong button and I choose the exact opposite thing I didn't want to do. Like, spoilers for the game. Like, you're like reviewing the whole crime scene, and like the freaking the android is like holding them hostage, has a gun, has shot an officer, and like I'm examining and I'm like, oh, there's a gun, and I'm like, that's cool, that would be very threatening. So I was trying to leave, but I picked up the gun.
Yeah, you didn't mean to
And
pick up the gun.
I didn't mean to pick up the gun, and I didn't know how to put it back down, and then I just like kind of went outside. And that sucked because I didn't want to bring a gun at all. But then the guy was like, asked me, "Do you have a gun?" And it actually like worked out where I could be like, "Oh, this could be a trust building thing. Yeah, I have a gun. Here, I will throw it away."
And it worked for
It
you.
worked. Yeah, like I shot up like 20% as far as his
The
his percentage of trust for me.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really funny, and actually, it made it super fun. Like, I don't know, maybe
there was
that could be really interesting. To kind of play it. Maybe it's like an off-on thing, where your first choice you choose, your second choice it's like roulette, and then you just have to kind of keep pace with it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, you don't want to do that. I mean, no,
no,
you
no,
do.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny, but
no. Yeah, I'm sure
you'll cry.
Yeah, I'm sure it would be so much worse. It's that idea is really interesting to me because there's the one side of it where it's like you should just play through normally the first time, right, and just experience it.
Yeah.
But then there's the other side where it's like will never have a chance to play it that way for the first time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'd probably prefer to just play it normally, and maybe do that afterwards. Especially because when you play it normally, you only get like a certain percentage of the whole story, depending on what you do, right? Because you said like it can be pretty short compared to if.
Yeah, I mean, I think the full story is like 12 hours long, if I remember right.
Mhm.
And like if you make the same mistake I did the first time, it maybe
Yeah.
cut it down to like 10 hours. So it's
Oh,
it's
okay.
not a lot.
Yeah, it's not a huge difference. Okay.
Now, I will say it's like, so if you go the route of like almost like rouletting yourself,
Yeah.
like you're going to hate yourself.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna
for
hate yourself.
sure.
If you play the story, especially Detroit, if you play the story just without knowing anything and just making choices based on instinct, you might be happy, but you also might hate yourself.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah.
So
You have that chance
it's like,
to be happy.
yeah, but rouletting it, I mean,
There's no chance.
there's really no chance.
Yeah.
You could be like me and not want to touch the game for a year
Yeah.
because you were brought to
my
tears by a
gosh.
cutscene.
Dude. Yeah. Definitely play through it normally first, but I think the roulette idea, like maybe for a replay through, would be super funny.
Oh yeah.
That would be cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
You'd lose Connor so many times, probably. I don't know. Oh, you might just get lucky.
Uh-huh.
I mean, some choices like don't have much of an impact, and maybe those are
Mm-hmm.
your roulette choices.
Yeah.
But like, if you're doing it on like one that is A or B,
Yeah.
like you got a 50% chance of
Oh yeah.
really messing up.
Yeah.
But I'm really looking forward to playing that more as like, like your guide.
Yeah.
just watching you
No,
play.
that is super exciting. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
So, I was assigned Free Fire this week,
Yep.
a movie I had never heard about.
I'm so surprised you never heard of it.
I know. Now,
Is it an A24 movie?
it is.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Okay, so let me just start off by saying,
Yeah.
if I was given a choice to watch Free Fire again or any other movie, I would not choose Free Fire.
Wow.
That's the most negative thing I'll say about the movie.
Yeah.
So, did I enjoy it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the like the chance that they took. Like, let's make a whole ass movie
Yeah.
in real time
Yes.
of
yeah.
just a gun of an arms deal, right?
Yep. Yeah.
And I don't think it works. Overall, I think it is very boring.
Yeah, it was so. Because how long is it? It's like a.
It's 90 minutes. It's only an hour and a half.
Yeah,
It's about, I'd say
Yeah.
about 45 minutes too long.
definitely drags a lot.
No. But, man. The performances were so good, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what kept me going. Now, like, story-wise, I was like, okay. Like, yeah, an arms deal goes wrong. And then it's like, just like these little things keep popping up that they want to talk about while they're like in hiding because they're afraid they're going to get shot.
Yeah.
But they feel like they need to address something real quick just to keep the runtime going. So stupid. But, man, if those performances aren't good,
Yeah.
you know, I'm a big Army Hammer fan. Rest in peace. Well,
To his career?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes more
Because
sense.
he's not making movies anymore.
Yeah.
Because he got, cannibal controversy,
Yeah.
and then now he's like working at some resort in Mexico or something. But man, I love Army Hammer. So he was my favorite character.
Yeah.
Now, what you didn't mention in the episode
Yeah.
that we talked about it
Yeah.
was that, is it Cillian Murphy?
Oh, yeah.
He's in it.
It has been years since I've seen.
I love
didn't know
him.
Cillian Murphy was in it.
Yeah,
Or, I mean, I didn't
Yeah,
remember that
I
he
forgot.
was.
Yeah, no, yeah, he's like the main guy. He was really
Oh,
good.
he's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's such a good actor.
Brie Larson was great. I love Brie Larson. Anything I've seen her in.
Yeah.
I'm a Captain Marvel fan. I will say.
Really?
I like that movie.
Like how much?
I mean, it's not my favorite Marvel movie, but I don't hate it.
That is very surprising to hear. I didn't like it very much at all. I didn't like hate it. There was like a whole
Yeah.
wave of hate for it. I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't really feel anything from it. It was
Yeah, I mean, it's not like my top 5
Yeah,
MCU movie, but like,
yeah.
I like it.
yeah,
I'll watch it.
yeah. It wasn't it wasn't the worst Marvel movie for sure.
Especially, so I think I'm going to kind of go on a tangent here, but
Yeah.
I think why it got so much initial hate
Okay.
is because you're going on this like Infinity War, just waiting for Endgame, and then you get this origin story, and it's like
Yeah. Actually, yeah. I think that's a really good point.
you're waiting for Endgame, and then oh great, we're gifted this origin story about some character that
Yeah.
I don't care about.
Did that happen with Ant-Man and Infinity War?
Well, yeah. So Ant-Man
it
and the
was
Wasp
Ant-Man
came out.
Right before.
I think. Oh man, now I don't remember if Captain Marvel came out first or if Ant-Man and the Wasp came out first. But that suffered a little bit of the same effect.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like, God, can we just get Endgame?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I actually saw Captain Marvel after Endgame. I didn't see it in theaters. I watched it on Disney Plus.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So I think
Wow,
that's why
probably
I'm
totally-
like,
yeah,
it's not a bad movie.
totally. Yeah, you probably got to just watch it as an actual movie.
Yeah.
Maybe I should give it another shot.
You
See if I
should.
actually like it.
I mean, the Scroll storyline, Jude Law, Brie Larson, they're all great in it.
Yeah. Dang,
So-
I love Jude Law as an actor, but I felt like his performance was flat. But again, I think I should watch it again without it in the context of all the movies coming out. So,
And then also, like, I feel like if we were to get Captain Marvel now
yeah.
in Phase 4, it would be in like the top 3 of Phase 4 because like Thor: Love and Thunder and Multiverse of Badness and all that crap that's come out lately.
Yeah. Yeah. No. It would probably feel a lot better than those. For sure.
Free Fire.
Free Fire.
The guy, oh man, I forgot his name. The main,
No way.
the main like arms dealer.
Uh-huh.
What's his name?
Is it the guy?
Murphy, I think.
Cillian Murphy?
No,
The
the
guy-
the actor's name.
I know.
I mean, the character's name.
Character's name is Murphy. Trying to remember the actor's name.
Yeah, he's got like the mustache and everything.
I
Dude,
cannot remember his
he
name.
was so funny.
He was hilarious. He was.
Oh
who I was
my
trying to remember
gosh.
the last episode or episode 2 whenever we
Oh,
talked about it.
yeah.
Yeah. He's in District 9. He's in Chappie. Have you seen either of those?
I've seen some of Chappie. I haven't seen all of it.
Chappie is so good.
And
I
he's
love
in
that
Hardcore Henry.
movie. You're right.
Yes.
Oh, he's the.
Which I haven't seen all of either, but I need to watch
That's
all of
worth it
it.
too. It's not like
Yeah.
a great movie, but it's worth it just for the.
It's like an experience.
Yeah, just for the experience.
Yeah, just like
It's
the little
totally
bit
worth
I've
it.
seen of it.
Dude.
But like every line was making me laugh.
Yeah,
he was so.
awesome.
I couldn't like at first. Like I'm like, okay, like is he some like scary like big arms dealer?
Yeah.
You know, in his first couple lines, I'm like, okay, that's kind of weird
Uh huh.
for him to say that.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, oh no, he's hilarious.
Yeah.
And I'm just like fully laughing at everything he's saying. And
Oh my god! I think one of the funniest parts is when he's like crawling around and he's got the cardboard in his arms.
oh, that stupid cardboard. That was so stupid.
Protection from infection.
Yes.
Dude.
Oh my
it's
god.
So funny.
Oh, I like how he keeps asking people to go get the case. He's like, get the case. Whatever. It's like, oh my god.
Oh, he was so awesome.
Yeah, he was so funny. Or when his like assistant like gets shot and you think he's dead, and then like well then he comes back and he's not. And you realize that he's the one that like set everyone up with
Oh,
the
his
shooters.
assistant?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Got it.
that was great. Brie Larson being the only survivor
Yeah.
was pretty interesting because and then you know it's showing she's still gonna get some comeuppance for sure because the police show up right as she's trying to leave.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I love the risk that they took
In making it.
in making it.
The
I
idea.
love that.
Premise. Yeah.
Yes, the premise is so good.
It's an A24 movie for sure. It's cool.
What have you seen Army Hammer in? The Lone Ranger.
The Lone Ranger.
Everyone.
I know I've seen him in something else. I at least know.
Have you seen The Social Network?
No.
He's in that.
in that?
He's really good in that.
is he in that?
He plays twins in that movie. He's one of the people
wow.
suing Mark Zuckerberg in that movie, and yeah, he's
Okay.
phenomenal in that movie.
Dang, I really need to see that movie. I know he's in Man from U.N.C.L.E., right? And I think I saw that.
I think so.
That's with Henry Cavill as well, right? I think that's Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer.
Maybe.
Man from U.N.C.L.E. It's pretty. I think it was a pretty forgettable movie. I don't remember, but
He's in Call Me by Your Name, which I haven't seen all of, with Timothy Chalamet.
that's him.
Yeah, he's the
Dude, he's everywhere. I did not realize that was him.
he's in. Oh my gosh.
He's on that one murder mystery thing, right?
Oh, yeah, the sequel to Murder on the Orient Express.
Death on the Nile.
Lake. I was about to say Lake on the Nile, but it's definitely Death on the Nile with Miss Gaddit.
Get it. Good dot.
He's in. Oh my gosh, Sorry to Bother You.
Really, he's in that?
Yeah, I mean he's.
Oh, that movie looks so good.
Yeah, that movie's so weird.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. He's just like the most like jerk, like capitalistic
Oh,
pig
okay.
character
Yeah.
ever.
Buddy.
So it's like everything I see Armie Hammer in, I just love him.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor. He's
Well, he was.
well. Sorry. He was a really good actor. Let me just rephrase that.
Oh my God.
I think he was my favorite character.
Really, mine
'Cause-
was definitely
The goofy one.
the goofy guy.
Why I liked Armie Hammer's character so much is just
Uh-huh.
he was so serious And it was just, it
Yeah.
just seemed like it was just so, everything going on was like so beneath him, you know? Like he just knew exactly what to do. He knew when he needed to start shooting. He knew when he could just like light up a joint while everyone else is dying. Cause oh yeah, that was the thing. I felt like it took characters too long to die.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like Steve-O is the first to get shot.
Yeah.
And he doesn't die till like the end of the movie. And I'm just like, not that I think, okay, that's unrealistic.
Yeah.
You should have died because of blood loss or something. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, for story purposes, I feel like if characters died quicker,
Yeah.
it might have rose tension.
There would have been more stakes. Yeah.
Yeah, but like the fact that like no one dies until like the movie's almost over. They're all just getting shot multiple times. Like,
yeah.
And then they have like a conversation about their past or like, okay, maybe we should give up now. Oh wait, no, I forgot the money's still over there.
Yeah.
I'm actually gonna shoot you now. Or like, hey, the phone's ringing. There's a phone. Let's go call somebody. You know what, Nathan? Maybe I've been a little privileged. We're gonna do a little privilege check. When it comes to 1970s based crime comedy movies, I've seen The Nice Guys. Have you seen The Nice Guys?
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie.
That one,
I remember it being really funny.
that one's just like my number one 1970s crime comedy drama movie.
Yeah.
And so when I think 1970s crime drama movie, that's the standard for me.
Yeah.
And so I just don't think Free Fire lives up to The Nice Guys.
Yeah, I could easily see that.
Still liked it. I mean, I enjoyed watching it. I wasn't like, man, I wish this would end.
Mm-hmm.
I also was able to find a lot of flaws in it.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah.
And that's why we're doing this.
Exactly.
So, man, I was really hoping you hadn't seen The Nice Guys, so I could tell you to watch The Nice Guys. So I love that movie.
I watched it a while ago, so probably should watch it again, but
It's like
yeah,
probably aside from 2049, like my favorite Ryan Gosling role.
really.
He's like so funny in that.
Yeah. He
I
was
mean,
funny in that.
I also love him in Crazy Stupid Love, which he's also really funny in.
Yeah. Who's that with? Steve Carell and
Oh yeah,
what's her name?
Emma Stone, Julianne Moore.
Maybe I didn't see the whole thing. That was a while ago too.
Well, Nice Guys is on Netflix. Crazy Stupid Love just moved to HBO Max, so yeah.
Yeah.
If you want to watch them, I mean, they're on there.
They're on there. Still got it.
I'll be your Ryan Gosling guy.
Yeah, feel free to hate movies.
Oh, of
I don't know.
course.
I don't know if like that was clear. We're here to just be as honest as possible about whatever movie we watch. It just so happens the last few movies we've really liked, but
What was the?
I'm excited. to
Whenever
talk
we talked about the
movies we
menu,
like.
you didn't love
Yeah.
that. You were just kind of
Yeah, we
like,
were
I'm
pretty-
gonna watch it again.
yeah, we were pretty neutral or lower on that one. So, or I was at least. Yeah,
Yeah.
but no, if you just hate it, like, don't go easy. Just, you know what I mean? Which I might do with Bullet Train. We'll see.
Oh no!
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh man, I thought okay. Oh, all right. Let's switch it. Let's
Yeah.
go Bullet Train
Let's talk
now.
about Bullet Train.
Tell me what's up.
Dude, that movie was long.
It's too long.
It's too long.
It
Yeah,
is.
It's too long. I don't.
Why is Brad Pitt the main character? That's my issue with it. I'll start you off by saying that.
Yeah, but what do you mean by that?
What I
Like,
mean by that, I feel like the way Brad Pitt is great.
Yeah.
He pulls it off. Sure.
Yeah, no, he's
But-
fine. But
The fact that he's he's the biggest actor in the movie.
yeah,
In any other movie, sure, you want your biggest actor to be the lead.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if you got an unknown actor or someone maybe 30 years younger, it would make more
Yeah.
sense.
No, it would.
Because every other character in the movie, like all the other actors are like established actors.
Yeah,
You know, they've been in either MCU projects
yeah,
or they're, a Grammy winning rapper,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like they're all really established people. And then you've got, of course, just this one of the hardest people to get in Hollywood, Brad Pitt, playing the main
Yeah.
character, some goofy, immature acting person,
I
right?
think I really liked how you said 30 years younger. That probably would have helped a lot.
Yeah, he's playing. I
didn't
mean,
even
the
think
guy's like
about that.
stupid.
Yeah.
Like Ladybug
exactly.
is just dumb. And so I'm just like, why is? I mean, whenever you think like, when did Ladybug get into the assassination business?
Yeah.
Because Brad Pitt's like, he's getting old.
Yeah.
What, did he just like quit his day job and become an assassin and he just sucks at it? Or he just doesn't understand the ideals of it?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah.
So the fact that they just, I think they just got Brad Pitt to push the movie.
Yeah. Because I don't know what else they were pushing about the movie.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, yes.
I don't know. No,
He delivers a good job, but it just doesn't seem like.
him and his performance as Brad Pitt as an actor, like it was fun and it was fine, but he didn't really gel with the movie very well.
He's not
especially
my
at the
favorite
end.
character.
Especially at the end.
Yeah.
That's when I don't know. I think I was hooked in the beginning. I really liked it in the beginning, and even him and like what they were going for with him and being stupid and being really into therapy and being this like kind of like the dorky straight man to all this like crazy nonsense.
Yeah.
I was hooked. I think halfway through the movie, like it kept ramping up, and I was like getting more and more excited and thinking of all the possible things that could happen. But I think after the halfway point of the movie, it just like slowly got worse and worse and worse and worse for me. Like I don't know. Introducing like the White Death, I didn't think we were gonna see him at all, and I was totally fine with that. And I actually love that actor. I love Michael Shannon.
Yeah,
he's one of my favorites.
He's good.
And he was fine, but like I don't know what actor could make that dialogue work and that like just premise. It was I don't know.
See, I love the writing, like in the beginning, like what you're saying, where it's just introducing all these different characters and like their backstories and how they kind of connect, but not really explaining how they connect yet.
Yeah.
And then I feel like the ending just it definitely kind of falls flat in the end.
Absolutely. It definitely just gets worse and worse. And Brad Pitt didn't really fit. He did a good job, but like it just if they had gotten like I don't know almost anyone else 30 years younger, it probably would have been a much better movie.
I think the writing just would have made more sense. With that character. And that's the thing. I love the writing most of the movie.
Yeah, it's really just Brad Pitt, his character.
just yeah.
No, I'm like
It's
really
a bad
realizing
straight man.
Yeah, like really talking about this, it's like, because I'm looking at everything else that happens in the movie. Everyone else, I really love their dialogue. I love the two brothers; they're so awesome.
Oh yeah.
And them interacting with everyone is really good as well. They both like really, like have good chemistry with everybody.
A diesel. It's so great.
I love
And
that.
Tangerine's great. I mean,
But every time Brad Pitt does anything, it just feels like a different kind of movie.
yeah, it's weird.
A worse movie.
Yeah.
And then like most of the good characters die by the end, so it's just like just Brad Pitt
Yeah.
and Tangerine.
The Channing Tatum cameo is pretty funny.
That was actually that was really fun.
The Ryan Reynolds cameo is just phenomenal in my opinion.
Really? I was so bewildered by that. I was like, they're bringing in Ryan Reynolds?
Well,
like he didn't do anything.
It's a payback for Deadpool 2. Have you seen Deadpool 2?
I haven't seen either of the Deadpools. Okay.
If you don't mind a minor spoiler.
No, I
for
don't.
Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
And you too. There's an invisible character in Deadpool 2. Well, it's Vanisher. Well, he gets electrocuted, and while he's being electrocuted, you see like his real body, like while he's getting electrocuted, right? Like right, yeah. And it's Brad Pitt. So it's like a half a second cameo, right? But it's Brad Pitt. And so
that's actually really funny.
And he didn't get paid for that. They were just like, do this,
Dude.
please. He did it, and so Ryan Reynolds paid Brad Pitt back
Uh-huh.
by that cameo,
Oh, okay.
which Ryan Reynolds also wasn't paid for, supposedly. So,
That's pretty funny.
yeah.
That makes that a lot better.
Yeah, stories behind why things happen in movies sometimes make that scene a little bit better.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you just see like this Ryan Reynolds is like
Yeah, just Ryan Reynolds
A-list
here, and I'm like,
actor
okay,
like just
well,
taking
at
a
least
helmet
he's gonna
off.
be in the movie now, and just
Yeah.
he's not. Yeah.
And with the Channing Tatum thing, Brad Pitt also had a cameo in a recent Channing Tatum movie, the Lost Island or
Oh
something.
no. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
don't-
so that Channing Tatum paying him back as well. So that's why he was there.
Is this like Brad Pitt's like passion project, and he's been like,
Possibly.
you know what I mean?
I don't know for sure, but it's possible.
Maybe that would explain why it sucks.
Because it's a passion project.
Yeah. Well, no, seriously.
Those typically suck.
Well, if it's like, Not-
Unless they're good.
I don't know, like typically, but like definitely, it's like I don't know, just all the like hubris and whatnot, and like you being able to kind of like, if you have like too many yes men, it's just you're just gonna, I don't know.
I
You
don't know
what
how
mean?
much he had to do with the movie.
I thought I saw his name as a producer or something.
Probably.
The bigger they get, the more they get involved anyway.
Yeah.
Because they have so much money anyway. But yeah,
I think Bullet Train is a fun ride. I think it's a fun experience most of the time. But
most of the time.
but if you're watching for it to like pick it apart like what we're doing right now,
Yeah, there's not much to pick apart.
no, it's like I really think Bullet Train goes into a Tarantino wannabe movie.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that because all the vibes I got from it was just like Kill Bill.
Yeah,
over
it's
and
like
over again.
It's
you know
like
what
we're
I
gonna try and be like Tarantino,
mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
but we're not.
The whole time I was watching it, I was basically wishing like, oh man, what if like they just remade Kill Bill with like,
Have you seen Kill Bill?
I haven't. No. There's 2 volumes, right?
Yeah, but it's like counted as one.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. No, I haven't seen it. It's on the list. I don't know how high it is compared to all of his other movies, but it's up there. Like as far as like in the order of what I'm watching them, I still have a bunch to watch.
Tarantino specifically,
Tarantino, yeah. Yeah.
Kill Bill's good. I like Kill Bill.
Yeah. It's pretty like iconic. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and so okay,
pop culture wise.
how I view Volume 1 and 2 is like
Uh
most people prefer Volume 1.
yeah.
And that's the one that's referenced the most in pop culture. When you say like, oh, that's a
Yeah.
Kill Bill reference. Well, that's
Yeah, yeah,
reference
yeah.
from Volume 1, obviously.
Okay.
And that's, I think, the most iconic one. From a story perspective, I prefer Volume 2. And it's all one story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just, it'd be like 4 hours long or
Oh,
longer,
okay. Yeah,
right?
yeah,
So you
yeah.
split it up into 2.
Okay. Cool.
But Tarantino counts it as one
Okay.
one project.
Cool.
So moving forward, when you bring up Kill Bill, it's one project. There are 2. They are not. It's not a sequel.
Yeah.
It's a continuation.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Cool.
just
Cool.
kidding. But if he never gets inspired to make his 10th film, then they're 2 projects.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's cheap.
Oh yeah.
That's too. That's too. Maybe it's a joke more than anything. but-
probably.
oh my gosh. No, he better make that last movie.
Yeah. I was looking on IMDb
Like you're
recently.
already just limiting yourself. Just commit.
Yeah.
Please.
Commit to your limitation.
Yeah, at the very least.
I was looking at his IMDb for like when he typically like how like his gap between
Yeah.
films,
Mhm.
and like between Once Upon a Time and his 10th film, like it's coming up on one of his like larger gaps. So
Yeah.
he better.
When did this come out?
This came out in 2019,
Okay.
and so we're going on close to 4 years, which
yeah.
if I remember right, has happened before.
Mhm.
If not, maybe 1 or 2 more years.
Yeah.
But like, not typically. Typically, he releases a film like every
That's
3
almost half a
years.
decade at this point. Wow.
Yeah, it'll be almost 4 years.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, compared to the other gaps.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like Django, Inglorious Bastards, and like Hateful Eight all came out just like within a couple years of each other.
Yeah, and that's insane because I don't know why, but Inglourious Bastards feels like kind of old as a movie.
It is. It's like 2009, I think. So it's like
Yeah, okay, so that is pretty old. Because
yeah.
wow, so
And then like Django's like 2012, and then Hateful Eight's I believe 2015.
okay, and so the gaps are like purely just like everything that happens between each release. At first, I thought you meant the gaps were between starting production of each movie.
I was meaning release. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No. That was, yeah, because I was like, wow, 4 years, and then you start making a movie. That's another 2 or 3 years, and I was like, that's a long time.
I mean, for all we know, he might be working on a movie right now. We don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. He's always writing. I got his book. I'm very excited to read it.
No way. Which one?
Cinema Speculation, and it's just like all the movies that like he believes are important or that like meant a lot or shaped him or whatnot, and like it throughout the decades.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see his view on it.
I mean, his like 10 film rule, I feel like might end up suiting him well because of his just like
That's true.
refusal to like change.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I feel like eventually like, and I mean this is kind of why he came up with the 10 rule with like the 10 movie rule.
Yeah.
Was so that he wasn't just like milking himself dry,
Yeah.
you know, and just not just like coming up with crap just to come up with crap.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
he wanted to come up with 10 movies that he was just very passionate about.
Yep. Very
And
proud of.
and so like he's not gonna, yeah, and with his like love and dedication to older cinema
Mm-hmm.
and his mostly hatred for like current and present cinema,
Yeah.
like yeah, I think once his 10th movie comes out, I do believe there's a strong possibility it's gonna be a flop. Unfortunately,
Really?
I would not be surprised if
Are you?
his 10th movie sucked.
Okay, wait.
Because he thinks Once Upon a Time is his best movie.
Okay, it's definitely.
Now it's in my top 3,
Yeah, it was super great. I loved it, but like.
but most other people, most casual Tarantino fans,
Yeah.
list this in like the bottom.
Yeah.
So that's why I think
What's worse than that?
I might love his 10th movie.
Yeah.
But I think most people would hate it.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
And so you purely meant like just like with people's perception, the flop, not financially like.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
I just
yeah,
meant like it's probably gonna end up at the bottom for a lot of people.
Okay, yeah. I thought you meant financially first, and I was like,
Oh, sorry. No.
last movie. Like, I thought
No. There's no. People are gonna. No, everyone's gonna see it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Especially if it's advertised as his last movie. Oh my
yeah.
gosh,
Yeah.
that's gonna make so much money.
There's not a lot of advertisements that ever get to do something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean, I
Witness
remember.
the final. You know.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I remember when Once Upon a Time came out. It was like the 9th film of Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
And so that was crazy. What were you saying was like below this? I mean, Hateful Eight. For most people.
Really, I really liked Hateful Eight.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah.
all Tarantino movies are good,
Oh, absolutely.
but
They're
it's
all
like
very
I
good.
don't know.
I haven't.
Now there's
so many I
the
haven't seen.
there's the it's either Hateful Eight or Death Proof. Most people put at the bottom.
Death Proof.
Yeah, that's the Kurt Russell one. That's the only Tarantino movie I haven't seen.
Really? Okay.
No, I need to see it eventually.
Dang.
But
I
it's just
haven't
never
seen-
streaming.
I haven't seen that. Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, which we're counting as one.
I mean, if you've
Anything
seen one
else I
of
haven't
them,
seen?
you can say you've seen volume 1 or 2.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen volume
Okay.
1 or 2.
There
yeah,
we
yeah.
go.
So I haven't seen
Eh,
4 films. But yeah.
You've seen Reservoir Dogs.
I've seen Reservoir Dogs, Inglourious Bastards, Pulp Fiction, Once Upon a Time, Hateful Eight. Yeah.
Django.
Django. Yeah. And then there's I haven't seen.
So
Wow.
Jackie Brown is one of those that's either at people's bottom
Yeah.
or people's like number 1.
Yeah, it's always I never see it talked about, so I'm very excited to see it.
I really like Jackie Brown.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in my top 3.
Yeah.
So how I rate Tarantino movies is like you got to take Pulp Fiction out of it. I
Really?
refuse to rate Pulp Fiction.
Amongst the others? Like,
Yeah, because it's so iconic.
Yeah.
Like if you
Yeah.
put it anywhere, like it's unfair to put it in a top 3 because it's so iconic, in my opinion. It'd be
Yeah.
like trying to rate, I don't know. Like I don't believe in putting like rating, like because like you know when people rate Star Wars films,
Yeah.
and their favorites either Revenge of the Sith or Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back is the better movie. But
Yeah.
you might enjoy watching Revenge of the Sith more.
Yeah.
I would say I'm one of those people. Maybe.
Yep.
But as I get
Yeah.
older, I do like Empire more, I think.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just think
Man, I really need to rewatch Star Wars to get a better opinion on it, because the majority of what I think about Star Wars lately, like the past few years, has just been the sequel
the
trilogy,
sequel trilogy.
and either trashing it or like only like in The Last Jedi.
Oh my god. Yeah, you got to fix that.
Yeah, I know. Or just like being like, oh,
Or
these
like,
movies-
Rogue One.
Yeah, Rogue One's pretty cool. Or like, all these movies suck because the Clone Wars is the shit.
Clone Wars is just so top tier.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I finally
good.
watched it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I grew up watching it just like sporadically.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I never consistently watched it.
Uh-huh.
And then like last summer I like sat down and watched it
Mhm.
and like yeah,
Yeah.
best decision I ever made.
Man, Bullet Train really sucked.
Yeah, we just like did not even talk about Bullet
We went
Train.
so many different ways.
There's not a lot to talk about. It's like okay, yeah, like people
Oh, the girl from
Jodie King.
The Boys is in it. Right?
Who?
Pretty sure it was her.
Who are you talking about?
In Bullet Train.
Which one?
She was like in for like one scene. She was like a, I don't know, what are they called? Like an attendant? She gave Brad Pitt the,
Kamiko.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh my
Kamiko.
gosh.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
I
she
forgot
was
she was
in
in
it.
that. I love her
yeah.
in The Boys.
Yeah,
Nice.
she's awesome in The Boys. I thought she was gonna be in more of the movie, like keep coming back, but like, nah.
Yeah,
I feel
forgot
like
she
I
was in
missed the
that.
train getting emptied at some point.
You
Or did it
no,
just
it just gets
not-
empty.
So stupid.
I
This movie's so
love.
stupid.
Now I don't know if I like it for the scene or if I like it for the memes, but
Uh-huh.
whenever Tangerine gets back on the train and he's like slowly getting up and he just like punches the glass in on the train. And
Yes. Yeah.
Tangerine is like my favorite character. I'm a sucker for those characters though. So
Yeah, I can't think of anyone I would hold over him as
Either-
being a favorite.
I mean, like Lemon is
and
great
Lemon
too.
is really good. Yeah.
Like yeah, they're equal in my opinion. But
Lemon is really good. The daughter was a pretty interesting character.
yeah,
I liked her a lot.
I normally hate that actress. She just annoys me for some
yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Not.
But
yeah.
like, I mean, nothing against her. She's got those people that just annoy you for no reason.
Yeah, her and Ben
like-
Affleck.
Oh my god! Don't get me started on how much I hate Ben Affleck.
We like cut to the previous episode.
Good, but I just get annoyed by him really easily. I don't know why. It's really weird. I just don't like him. So like Ben Affleck, like his face, like the way he looks, something irks me about him. Interesting. But as far as his acting, no, I love the movies he made.
No, I just don't like him. I just hate him.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I just hate certain actresses and actors for no reason.
Yeah.
I mean, like Channing Tatum. I have no reason to hate Channing Tatum.
Yeah.
I like him in everything I've seen him in, but I hate him.
I don't know who I hate. I can't think of anyone I hate.
You're just not a hateful person, I guess.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty fun sometimes. I think a lot in the beginning, all of like the action, like the situational stuff was really funny, and I really liked it.
Logan Lerman's in it. He's the son. He looks nothing like how Logan Lerman
Oh,
used to
yeah,
look, but
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't even
That's how he looks
recognize
now.
him. I didn't even know who you're talking about.
Percy Jackson, the lightning thief.
What?
He's the son that they kidnap, that Tangerine and Lemon kidnap. He's got.
What?
Yeah, go back.
Dude, he looks. That is not him. That's him.
I'm sorry, that's Logan
Oh
Lerman.
my gosh! Wow, he died real fast.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah. Bad Bunny. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was funny. I feel like he was in the movie just enough. You know, because like he's not an actor. You know,
Yeah,
like
I actually wanted him a little more.
Sure.
I felt kind of cheapened, like giving him the whole backstory and then just like dies.
yeah,
That felt
yeah.
weird.
You wanted to see more present Bad Bunny because his backstory's great. It's like
No, yeah. The backstory's good, and also his body keep coming back in the.
That was funny.
That was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there wasn't a because that was really funny. The multiple bodies continually coming back was really funny.
You've seen the movie Life Itself?
Is that with Oscar Isaac?
And Antonio Banderas?
Yes, I didn't finish it.
Oh.
I have like literally 10 minutes left of the movie.
Well, basically, the way you described, like, well, I mean, like, Bad Bunny's character, how he
Yeah.
gets that whole backstory, and then he comes up and it just, like, connects to the main story, and it just finishes really quickly.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in Life Itself, where you get, like, the whole story done in Mexico, and then it very quickly connects to, like, Oscar Isaac's story, and then just finishes extremely fast.
Oh, okay, that's how it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I definitely saw it like basically doing that by the
Yeah.
end, even though I didn't see the last 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, she's in Deadpool as well, and Joker. She plays the other the neighbor in Joker that Arthur.
Oh yeah, she was the
like
what
the
would-
main, like the one that they're looking for.
yeah.
Right. Yeah. And
Is she the one that brought this thing?
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was in it for like a second.
Yeah.
I wish we
she
saw
had
more.
lines.
Yeah. Well, yeah. At least.
Yeah, she was pretty funny. She died really fast.
Yeah.
Like that stuff was funny. Like
Yeah, like it's good to have. I love having A-list actors in second scenes.
Yeah.
Scenes that just like they have a couple lines. That's something that if I was that big, that's what I'd want to do. Like if I'd made my like movies that I'm known for and I'm only gonna be known for,
Yeah.
I would live for those cameos.
That's a really cool way to look at it. I think that's really funny. Like
So-
kind of like building like a mythos.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
Like so when I see actors do that, I'm
Yeah.
like, that's so respectable.
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
opinion.
Cool.
Like
they're-
Ryan Reynolds doing that, or Brad Pitt doing all his cameos.
Yeah.
Like I think that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I respect that.
Mm.
I wish more actors did that.
Yeah.
Or
I do too. I'm sure they're
dude,
gonna start doing it.
Chris
The Marvel
Evans and
movies.
Free Guy, you know.
Well,
What's his name? The guy who was like, well, Taika Waititi. He's in that movie, and he's just
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah. It was alright.
Yeah, I feel like I loved him in Jojo Rabbit,
Yeah.
and then he like saved Thor. And I was just like, oh my
Yeah.
god! Or I forget which came out first, but
Uh-huh.
and I was just like, man, this guy
Yeah, this guy's
is
on
awesome.
fire. Yeah.
And then it just 2022 just
Yeah, and he's done very little, very few movies, and the other two that were like pretty smaller, like film festivals, were like also beloved. Like,
Yeah.
you know, he had this like steady rise of being on fire. Like
He's got
What We
cocky.
Do in the Shadows, and what is it? The Wilder People, something like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, he was in Free Guy, and it's just his performance is just stupid.
Yeah.
He has some funny lines, but
No,
it's kind of annoying more than anything. And then like he's in that pirate show on HBO Max, Our Flag Means Death. It's just another just like
Yeah.
he just started doing just stupid comedies.
Yeah. I feel like that's kind of like what he wanted to do, though. I think that's like his.
He just wanted to be like Seth Rogen. Just make that kind
I
of just
guess.
crap.
Yeah. I don't know. this might be something we could talk about in another episode or a little bit now, but just like kind of like tropes for like films, because like the trope of the really loud, obnoxious, annoying, selfish person is like my least favorite thing I think a movie can do at all.
Really?
I hate it. Like, I don't even care about the actor if they're good or not. Like, I just hate that trope so much. I don't know. I recently watched School of Rock. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't.
But I'm sure you
Yeah.
can guess. Like, because Jack Black as an actor, like, he plays like a very similar thing every single time. But like, I don't know. It's like not super annoying or obnoxious a lot of the times. Like, actually, his performance in like Kung Fu Panda, I love it. I love those movies, by the way. Those are
Nacho
amazing
Libre.
movies. Yeah, Nacho Libre. That was also really fun. Like, that one, maybe I would find that annoying if he was. Maybe that's what it is. Because in Nacho Libre, like with the whole weird vibe of that movie, it just totally fit. It was. I love that movie. That's a really.
I think
Really
whenever
cute movie from your past that you grew up watching, but
like a lot of actors fall into that. Seth Rogen,
yeah,
Jack Black, Will Ferrell. That happens to him a lot.
yes, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
what's Green Goblin's name? But not Willem Dafoe, his son.
Franco.
Yeah, James Franco.
Oh my
he
gosh.
falls into that sometimes.
Really, I didn't see
It's-
it with Franco.
Well,
but I definitely saw it with everyone else who said.
it's whenever like they're written to play characters like they've played in the past, if that
Yes.
makes sense.
Yeah,
That's whenever you get that really annoying, like, what are they doing?
yeah. It's
character.
like it's kind of like I don't know, dissonant
It's
with
like,
the rest
oh,
of the movie.
it's like, okay, Jack Black is like really crazy and really funny in The Pick of
Mhm.
Destiny, right?
Yeah,
He's crazy funny. Well, he's like playing a character, right?
Yeah.
So let's write someone who's like that character,
yeah.
but our interpretation of it,
Mm-hmm.
or I mean,
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot of the times too, like the actors are writing that role too. So it's
Mhm.
like either way, it's just like let's try and just write the way we like to play characters as a character, and it sucks.
Yeah.
Like
Hmm.
the only thing I've seen where that works is the movie This Is the End, where it's like
I really want to see that movie.
all of them just like playing themselves, but it's more like the characters that they typically play in movies
Yeah, and that's
as
just, like, the point of
themselves.
the movie.
It is, and that's why it works.
Exactly, like everyone's on the same page. Maybe that's
But like School of Rock, like what you're saying, where Jack Black's just playing,
it's
just
a
like
pretty typical movie,
Yeah.
and then it's just this guy, and he's really annoying. And
a lot of movies from that time were
Yeah.
like that.
a lot of mid-budget movies from that
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
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 But because of where we are now, which you touched on in a previous episode about mid-budget movies just disappearing.
Yeah.
We don't get that. We either get high-budget movies that suck,
Mhm.
high-budget movies that are fantastic, or like low art house movies that either suck or are great. We
Yep.
don't have too many mid-budget movies anymore.
No. Yeah. They need to be given more shots. I don't know how you would make that work. but
Yeah.
I think like they've kind of like been relegated to like streaming services. I think that's, you know what I mean, like Netflix and everything. Like whenever they make something original, it's usually pretty mid-budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's where it's all kind of gone to.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Like all those like Super Bad, Pineapple Express, movies like that
Yeah.
that are just hit or miss with people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's like always talked about. Like a lot of people I hear when they talk about it is like very beloved or like was very special to them or something. But
Like I love Super Bad. Have you seen Super Bad?
I don't think so.
The movie's good.
That's
ma-
the one with
It's Jonah Hill
McLovin
and
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
yeah. Oh my god.
Super huge.
I hate whenever
movie,
people reference
culture-wise.
that movie and they haven't seen it. Like so many
Yeah.
people reference McLovin,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh my god, that's like my favorite scene when they're talking about that name.
Yeah.
They're like, oh yeah, I don't know anything about it. Like,
I guess it's just that big,
Bruh.
or that
Yeah,
huge.
exactly. It
Like
is
it
that
did that
big.
well, which is good for it. But
it's like what we talked about movie posters on the last episode.
yes, yeah, it's the same vibe. Where I don't know.
If you like the look of it, you should check it out. If
Yeah,
you like that scene, you should watch the
you
movie.
should watch it. Yeah. Cool.
I haven't seen Sausage Party. I've heard that one's just not good at all. I'd be surprised if
concept
you'd
is
seen.
pretty funny.
Have you seen
I have
Sausage
not
Party?
seen
I was
Sausage
gonna be
Party.
surprised if you'd seen it.
I think I've seen enough of it, like a bunch of different clips or whatnot, and the trailer and stuff. But it's a pretty funny concept.
No, it's a really good concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've heard it's just executed very poorly.
You think it's a good concept?
I think.
What do you think? There's,
I
like,
think
potential wise about it, like
adult animation on the big screen, I think, is a really good concept.
Mhm.
CGI. I mean, even just like the story of like super innocent groceries.
Yeah.
Wanting to go to the great beyond and be bought, and then just seeing that it's just like
Yeah.
you being eaten.
Rated R Toy Story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a good concept. I think that's a funny concept.
Yeah.
But the fact that it's all like racial and sexual jokes is not funny.
Yeah.
I think it's just like maybe if it wasn't made in 2016.
That's true. Like if it came out this year, maybe.
No, if it came out like in the early 2000s.
Oh, that's where you were going with
This year, I think it would suck even more.
Why?
I don't know. I just think that those jokes just aren't any more funny now as they were in 2016.
Oh, you mean like literally just it coming out again, or?
I mean, like whenever you watch something now and like it's all just like sex jokes and
Oh, yeah,
racial
yeah, yeah.
stereotypes,
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
you're like, that's just still not funny.
No, yeah. If it did the same thing, it still wouldn't be funny. But I just meant like if people, like a different group of people made it now and it wasn't made in the past. It'd be better if it came out now.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
I thought you mean like if the exact same movie came out now, would it be any better? I was like, I don't think so.
No.
I
no,
think it
would,
sucks.
No, it would suck way worse now if
Even-
it came out exactly the same.
Even if it came out in the early 2000s, it would still suck.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would have more of a cult following.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
There'd be people who were like, I watched Sausage Party when I was too young, and now I'm
And
now I'm
now-
a 30-year-old.
yeah, like, and that's all I have to say about my life. I snuck in the theaters to see Sausage Party. And back when
Very
there wasn't a
formative
signed CD.
Yeah. I feel like if it came out now, like if different people made it, and like maybe if like A24 made it, it could be like a very funny concept.
Are there A24 animated movies? I don't know.
I don't think so.
That'd be so tight. They should
That
start
would be cool to see
distributing.
them- Yeah. They're starting to get kind of big,
They are, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
which is like, I know people will probably get like, like feel touchy about like, this beloved like indie kind of thing getting bigger, but like I would prefer them to get continually bigger and bigger and bigger and like sort of bring back, the middling budget movies, except like through their lens, because I really love like every movie I've seen of theirs. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're like, I don't know. I think of them as more of like a distributor. Because like, do they
Yeah.
have a hand in everything they make? I don't know.
That I don't know.
Or do they just
Maybe
like,
they are just
this is our
distributor.
vibe?
Yeah, because the vibes are usually pretty consistent. Like tone-wise, they
Tone-wise-
have to be a certain level of like creativity with like
Uncomfortableness.
uncomfortableness, like the like colorful, like I don't know. That's an interesting concept.
I might need to fact check myself.
Yeah.
But I had read at one point that they don't always like have a hand in like the creation of it, but like
Yeah.
they're more of like a, will you produce my project, or will you
Yeah.
like distribute it with your name on it? Kind of like how Netflix does that, right?
Yeah. And with that, like I think that they're very accepting of very creative things. And that can kind
Yeah.
of play into like what's their vibe as well. You know what I mean? So like, regardless of how much their hand is in it, their movies are pretty consistent. So either
Right.
they've got very good like, yes, you know, like pickers for movies, or they're just, if their hand is involved. Either way, the bigger they get, the more movies we'll see like that, and that's what I'm excited about. So,
Yeah. If there aren't any animated A24 movies, there need to be.
yeah, there needs to be. A bunch of their movies has animated segments or animation in it,
Yeah.
which we'll talk about later, and which looks like happens in
That
Beau is Afraid.
Yeah.
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 Beau is very afraid, maybe? I don't remember.
Very afraid. I don't know. One of our friends is very into A24. Yeah. He's actually like subscribed to some A24 subscription service, and they like send him stuff
Oh, that's kind of
like merch or
like
anything
that.
else like that.
I mean, that's so
or like yeah,
But I thought you meant like they had like I don't know.
like a streaming service,
not really streaming, but like maybe like sending
like a loot box. I'm pretty sure it's
like
similar.
copies of
Oh,
indies to like review, like maybe something like that.
No, I think it's more of a loot box subscription.
That's still pretty cool.
Yeah. If you're into
That's
that.
more fanboy-y than it is like.
Yeah, but like
trying
how many
to get into the
A24
cause,
fans
yeah.
are there, right? Like fanboys that we know.
Yeah.
If you go on TikTok, I mean, it's every freaking
Really?
film TikTok page, yeah. Because anyone who wants to be
Huh.
a film person
Yeah.
has to like A24. If they don't want to like Marvel, every film person,
Oh,
okay,
interesting.
every film person I've watched on TikTok is either like A24 fanatic or
Yeah.
Marvel fanatic.
Yeah. Tell me about it, because I am not on TikTok.
Oh.
So, really? so there's almost like this kind of divide, like
Yeah,
on
it's like
TikTok, where
either,
like,
oh, I only watch Marvel movies
uh-huh.
to watch something different, but I prefer these more indie crazy movies, right? Or there's like, oh, we're talking about Marvel and Star Wars and Harry Potter. We're talking about the fandoms, right?
Oh, interesting.
Those are the two TikTokers that talk
Really?
about film. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of,
And
that's
you
pretty
know,
interesting.
what I call an A24 fanatic, they might not only talk about A24.
Yeah,
But they
yeah.
talk about those kinds of movies.
Yeah.
Movies that don't get talked about a lot.
And in
Or they
usually,
talk
like,
about-
more snobbery way, as far as like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, yeah. There's one guy who's actually same tone,
Uh-huh.
same mindset for all movies. His name is Cinema Joe.
Cinema Joe.
He's really good.
Okay.
He is like the best at like just destroying bias
Okay.
and just
Yeah.
talks about a movie, what he likes, what he didn't like.
Yeah.
So he's really good, but like everyone else is just like, I like indie movies. I like international movies.
Yeah.
I'll watch a Marvel movie, but it sucks. Or it's like, oh my god, this is the newest leak from Phase 5 of the
Very
MCU.
interesting. Yeah. Huh. That's
So yeah,
interesting.
that's most
Yeah.
film talks.
I feel like we don't slide into either of those, which is pretty cool, actually.
Oh yeah,
I feel like we're just being honest.
yeah, we're
Maybe
honest people.
It feels like there's a us and them kind of thing going on there.
Yeah, because I
That
mean,
maybe people just like feel an identity, kind of like commutative aspect that they kind of just gravitate towards.
yeah, we're honest boys.
We're individuals, intellectuals.
That's right.
Independent thinkers.
So-called independent thinkers. Yeah,
God.
that's us.